Have you ever felt?
Are you into it? Welcome back to the Playmakers Podcast. If you haven't done so already, smash that subscribe button. Let's get straight into it, boys. Today I want to cover the Madden 19 most feared 8th riddle. So I didn't load it up yet because I wanted to show you guys that they loaded a new series of challenges called Night Guardians. I'm going to drop a video on that here shortly. I did take a look at the Fun House Escape, the challenge for today, the 8th challenge. It's going to be one of those challenges where when you go into game setup, so I wanted to start from this screen because I think this is kind of an important piece of information since I already kind of looked at it. You want to go ahead and hit X, you're going to hit ready. From right here, you guys want to scroll down. Don't do an accelerated clock on this challenge. Go ahead and just turn that off. Let's go ahead and load that bad boy. So the reason why I say that is because I kind of took a look at the challenge, and it's going to take, unless I'm wrong, I haven't completed it yet, but it's going to take a little bit of effort on your guys' part where you may or may not get it done the first time. You're going to have to play good defense, and you're going to have to score a lot of points in 2 quarters. So more or less that's what I read from the hint and the challenge. If you have to complete it yet, I just wanted to get this video out. More or less, I want to just push this video out regardless if I complete it or not. I'm going to explain to you guys how to complete it because I think it's going to take a couple tries. I don't want to sit here for 10-20 minutes just going back and forth with it because so the challenge goals is finish the half with blank points led. So it says the hint is a person born on 2/29/1986 has celebrated how many birthdays? So how many birthdays has a person born in that year? Like basically how old would a person be? So let's go ahead and I'm gonna recommend you guys call plays that are gonna get you straight into the end zone super fast because you're not gonna have a lot of time. I say that, so this is my play that one of my go-to plays where I kind of use that a lot, and I'll show you what I mean here once I throw the ball.
First down, Vic. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That is caught by Moss.
All right, so that's a touchdown.
Randy Moss, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made
So there's a couple ways to do this, guys. So right here, I want to take another pause and kind of explain this to you guys. I'm going to go back to the challenge goal. And so I scored the 6 points, right? The fastest possible way for you guys to get this challenge complete, I think, is going to be a person born in February 29th, 1986 has celebrated how many birthdays? This question right here is a question. Well, actually, now that I take another look at it, let me look at something right here, guys, and I'll explain it to you exactly what I'm thinking now. Okay, I got it. So I figured it out. It's actually not going to take you guys a lot of time at all, actually. Let's go ahead and go back into the game. What you want to do on this one is you're not going to kick the extra point. You want to score 2 points. This is not an option. If you don't get the 2 points, go ahead and start it over because the challenge goal, if I'm correct right now, is you have to, I believe, score 8 points. So if you look at it, the hint is giving you February 29th. That's a leap year. So that's something I just thought about right now.
Here's Vic.
Got it. Okay. So we got the 8 points. Now, it says you have to keep the lead. So that's how much you have to be winning by. I scored kind of fast. So now it's kind of on me to play good defense and try to run the clock out till halftime. Did anybody watch that Texans game yesterday? What do you guys think?
Now Jones.
Me personally, I think a lot of the different. I think Texas was playing great defense, even though I didn't get the fantasy points for it, which kind of sucks. But the refs kind of called some weird calls. Like at the end of almost at the end of half, they made the quarterback fumble, ran it back for 6. The call was overturned. They were kicking a field goal. Miami was kicking a field goal the first time, their first drive, and somehow there was a flag, even though no one seems to see the flag, which cost, you know, they got the first down from that and were able to score another 7 points. So I don't know. I had mixed feelings about it. Then again, I do have them on my fantasy team, the Texans defense. So I was a little upset because that 6 points that they took back would have gave me a boost for the week, and I needed it. The guy I'm going up against this week has Deshaun Watson, and he has DeAndre Hopkins, who absolutely balled out yesterday. They both had a great day. I think Deshaun Watson in my league put up like 70, almost 70 plus points. I'm in a full PPR league, and then DeAndre Hopkins almost had a 30-point game, which is it's funny because at a certain point, I'm looking at the third quarter, and they both are having mediocre days. It's nothing too crazy, but yes, okay. So, as you can see, I got the stop on 4th here. They're more than likely going to kick it to me. So, what I'm going to recommend is once you get that stop, it's very important for you to, and this is a kind of like a two-parter. I don't even care if, okay, so the ball went in. We got to run the clock out because you don't want to give them a chance to score or kick a field goal or anything like that. So, I'm going to call nothing but running plays with my halfback for the most part, and I'm going to try to run the clock down all the way down the field but not score. Even if I have to miss a field goal, or I'm going to like go for it on 4th down and like fall and kind of trip myself up.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams, and he'll find some space up to about the 25.
So yeah, I mean, for a second there, as I looked at the challenge, they looked a lot harder than it actually seemed. So, just so you guys know, the challenge is, the birthday was February 29th, and it took me a second look to actually understand what they meant by it. They're talking about a leap year. So somebody that was born in 1986 is 32 years old, but somebody who's born on a leap year, which only happens every 4 years, February 29th, they're only going to have a birthday every 4 years technically, because February 29th doesn't show up on the calendar only every four years.
They'll hand it off now. Williams.
So once again, like, just make sure you guys fall to the ground, don't score. So the big thing you want to do is you want to score 6, and then you want to score a 2-point conversion to get 8, because 32 years divided by the 4 years, like every 4 years that a guy who has a leap year birthday, you're gonna get 8. He celebrated 8 actual birthdays with the no shit February 29th day.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Wiggles free, and there he goes again.
All right.
He's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
So you guys kind of get the gist of it.
Second and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that
if there's some content out there that I'm not covering that you guys want me to cover, leave a comment down below, and we'll get to it whenever we have a chance. I definitely value you guys' opinion, and I think, you know, we want to grow the channel with you guys, so any feedback from you guys was much appreciated as we continue to grow and we take this journey together.
First round went to the offense, second round the defense.
So just remember, guys, you want to run the clock out, and you can see I'm running the play clock all the way down because I don't want to snap it too early. I just want to make sure that we keep the ball till the half.
On third down, it's Williams. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then
All right,
the next
so
breath, they talk about taking the crowd
a lot of
and
people, I don't know if you guys know how to
taking them
call
out
a
of the game, but
knee,
keeping them at bay.
take a knee.
I think we just saw
But I'm
an
going to show you guys
example
right
of
here.
that
You're going to go on a personal.
especially early in the
If
game
you want to
like
take a
they
knee
have.
without them giving you the suggestion, you're going to go to personal. I go from the top and I flip up. I press up on my keypad. And then you're going to hit 3RB from the bottom, all the way at the bottom of your screen. You'll hit triangle.
So they
And
go
then they'll
from
set you up for
142
that play.
yard line to
Now,
the other
I'm going to
as
get a
they come
flag
up
right
now
here because I didn't
first
call the
and
play
10.
in time. No big deal. I'll take a knee right after this, and then
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're
all right.
right
So
about that because
let's
there
go
was
ahead and
no
take a
hurry
knee, and
movements
then see if
there,
that
right?
completes
No
the
up-tempo at
challenges.
all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. Didn't work out this time, but there's always next time. And we'll see you next time right here on the Solo Challenge for Madden Ultimate Team. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Oh. You know what? I'm mistaken. Maybe it's just 7. Maybe they've only had 7 birthdays. So I was under the impression that because it was 32 years, if you just divide it by 4, that this year is not a leap year. So I take that back. It's gonna most likely be 7. All right. I thought I was on to something, guys. You know, so the leap year thing is correct, but it looks like it's actually going to be 7 years. So I apologize for that. You know, this is a troubleshooting, type of thing where you kind of just have to give it a go, and then hopefully you figure it out. But all right.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
So because this year is not a leap year, I think you just have to score 7, no more, no less, and then stay at 7, play good defense. Right now, I once again kind of did something I shouldn't have, which was I got the ball, I moved the chains a little too fast. So I'm going to go to recent, I'm going to take a knee. I'm just going to take a knee just to run the clock down to like 2 minutes or something like that. I don't want to score too fast and then just give these guys the ball. Even if I have to go for it on 4th down, I just kind of want to drop the clock down to the 2-minute warning already.
And they take a knee.
So just bear with me, guys. I want to make sure that I show you guys the completed screen, just so that we know we figured it out. You know, as always, I try to give you guys the best content, so that
On 2nd and goal, standing
we
alone
continue
in the
this. We
backfield is
continue growing our
Williams.
channel. I want to be one of the first ones every time. We are one of the best channels out there. We started this whole thing. We started these challenges on YouTube. I was one of the first ones to post the riddles, and then a bunch of copycats came along and just kind of rode that wave with me. But no big deal. We're gonna continue to do what we do. All right, so I'm gonna take another knee here. Alright, so that should take us into the 2-minute warning, which is beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted. So this next play I'm going to try to score, just because I don't want to chance it not getting it on this drive or the following drive. So alright, 2-minute warning. I recommend, what I just did where I took 2 knees isn't always going to work. That might make you do the whole thing over. But as you can tell, I was able to get into the end zone. My Ricky Williams, I think, is like level, 92 right now. He's kind of a beast. He's going to get stronger, but he is kind of a little bit of a tank. If you don't have a Ricky Williams, hopefully you have, a good quarterback, or you have a really good receiver.
a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah,
Alright, so let's just go for 1 point here, guys. We're not going to go for the 2. The 2 is a little more complicated anyway. I think I read a little too far into it, but there's no leap year this year, so technically it would have been only 7 birthdays instead of 8 birthdays. And I think whenever the next leap year is, that's when that person would have their 8th birthday. What do you guys think about that? Somebody who has a birthday on a leap year, it's kind of weird, huh? It's kind of like having your birthday like right next to Christmas, you know? You don't get all the gifts you wish you could have got, I guess. I don't know. It's not like one of those things where the teacher's like, oh, you know, it's such and such's birthday, or you know, so anyone can really announce it because your birthday doesn't happen that year. Like it's very interesting.
There always is when you're putting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up.
Alright guys, so they got 2 minutes left to score on us. It's very important for you guys to play good D here. We kind of want to get a stop, like I said. So yeah, let's just try to get a stop, and then we'll do exactly what we did the last time. We'll slow down the clock, run it out, and see if this 7 points gets us the win. I'm leaning towards yes. The 7 points is going to be plenty, and we're gonna get another. We're gonna go 8 for 8, another one.
As that pass goes incomplete.
Line of scrimmage again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second.
I got this guy. You see the guy I'm running him with? Damon Harrison. This guy's an absolute monster. It's freaking crazy. He's a tank. That guy, like, he's a power-up card that I picked up. Damon Harrison. I highly recommend you guys go check that out. DAMION Harrison, HARRISON. I think it's Harrison Senior, SR. He played for the Giants. He just recently got traded to the Lions, but as far as in Madden, that guy's a tank. Like, he is an absolute tank, especially on the line right there. Like, I usually get past a bunch of people most times with him.
Of course they would.
I think his nickname's Stacks Harrison. But super solid card. You can pick him up for very cheap, I think. He's one of those purple cards that most people don't even know really what to do with it. I had his original, I think, like 85 elite card. And I did the OBJ diamond set, and I got rid of it. I got rid of that card because the Damon Harrison card, I put it into the OBJ diamond set to get the diamond OBJ. Now, I mean, that card was kind of, I don't know, like 35,000, 40,000 coins at the time. So I didn't have the money at the time, so I ended up just picking up a purple one of those power-up cards. And I powered him up, and you know, he's solid. I mean, even the purple one's still solid. The purple one's even more solid because if you get it to level, I think it's 88 or 89, at that point he kind of caps out. But what you can do is you can go buy the heavyweight Damon Harrison, and you kind of take that heavyweight card and feed it into the power-up card, which makes him level up even more. And I think he caps out at 91, 92 overall. And he remains a purple card, but he just caps out, kind of like Michael Vick. Same thing with Michael Vick. All right, we're still running out the clock, guys. Same thing with Vick. I leveled up that Vic to, I think, level 89, and then once I leveled him up to 89, I had to buy the what was it? Oh yeah, the 91 overall Vic for the Legends. You could either buy him straight out, or you could let's see if I can play the challenge. What?
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football. Well, unfortunately, not the result that you were looking for, but the great thing about how this works.
All right, guys, it's not 7, it's not 8. Could it be 6 points with a missed kick? I'm gonna go ahead and say right now that I think that's exactly what it is, unfortunately. It's no big deal. We're just gonna, this time I'm gonna just drive the ball up, take my time with it. Should get it done faster because I'm gonna control the ball the whole time. Should only be like literally 3 minutes. So let's go ahead and.
Now Williams. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
So we tried 8, we tried 7, guys. I think it's gonna be 6. 6 points, and honestly, I kind of got straight into it, thinking I could just solve it in my head. And I would have to go back year by year and check the calendar to see exactly how many birthdays that person's had. But it can't be 9. So if it's not 8 or 7, then it's looking like it's gonna be 6. And then they probably are gonna hit a birthday 7 this year. And that makes sense. That makes sense because the first 4 years you're not gonna get a birthday out of that. So as always, guys, if you like the content, go ahead and smash that like button, hit subscribe, drop a comment. I'm sorry about the holdup where we kind of took too many tries. It's one of those things where you're going to have to troubleshoot it. You're going to have to try to figure it out anyway. Me personally, I honestly believed in my heart of hearts that it was 8. And then if it wasn't going to be 8, then it would have been 7. Just off of simple math. But it's one of those things where, go figure, you know what I mean? It's going to be 6. So just so you know, you have to 6. So if anybody's going to jump on here and kind of skip through the video, the answer is 6 points. You're going to lead it by 6 points, and at this point, that's my final answer. You're going to lead it by 6 points, and then you just got to make sure you're winning by 6, So you can either give the ball back really fast or, do it however you want to do it. Me personally, as you can tell, I'm taking my time. I'm going to probably take a knee on this next play just so that I can run the clock after the 2-minute marker. So I'm going to let the 2-minute warning come. And the take a knee play is going to come back up since it's 1st and 10. I'm going to go ahead and take a knee. I want to run that clock down as much as I can. I don't even want to play really defense. I know I can score without barely trying. So let's go ahead and take a knee. That's going to drop another 40 seconds off the clock. And should I take another knee? Since we're kind of far out, I'm going to go ahead and just run it in on this next play. I think at the end of the day, it's going to drop enough time off the clock where I feel comfortable just run it in, and then we'll play a little bit of defense, and then we should get that that green check mark saying that we've completed it.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Oh, and now he bowls him over, and he's brought down.
Yes, okay. So, that was actually a good thing. I was trying not to, dive in, but now I can do one more play, and the clock's going to be at 30 seconds. We score. So, we're going to go ahead and score, guys. 6 points. We're going to miss the kick badly. And then that's pretty much it. Make sure you don't do anything crazy, like get a safety or whatever, What you want to do too is, if you don't want to miss the kick, you could also just take Michael Vick and sorry, we scored. If you don't want to miss the kick, just take Michael Vick and just get tackled behind the lines, for the extra 2-point conversion. One of those, either or, but just remember right here, it's super crucial, guys. Go ahead and aim that kick like crazy. And then, bow. We shanked it. And now there's 30 seconds left. So the beauty in this right now is there's not a whole lot of time for them to do anything. So let's go ahead and kick the ball over to them. We just got to play a little bit of defense.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away.
You know, I do apologize. I know this is our third try here. I kind of prefaced that in the beginning of the video by saying, like, there's a good chance this is going to take a little bit longer than it normally would, especially even on both our ends. Initially, I was honestly thinking that it was going to be score 32 points because I just took a quick glance at it. I was like, man, a person who was born 86 has had 32 birthdays, give or take. You know, it might be 31 depending, I don't know, but 32 for sure is what I was thinking. Then I saw that it was a leap year, February 29th. So then I just divided it by 4 years, but that was kind of bad math because... Right. It's kind of bad math because we didn't actually do the whole like month by month on the calendar. And I wanted to get you guys the content, you know, because I know at the end of the day, I'm one of the first ones to put it out there, and the crazy thing is that someone's just going to go ahead and kind of copy it and probably make a shorter clip. What?
We'll see you next time right here on the Madden
Do what
Ultimate
the title
Team
says. A
Solo
person
Challenge.
born on February
So
29th,
at halftime, it's the
1986
Patriots with the
has
advantage.
celebrated how many
As we send you
birthdays?
down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Finished the half with blank lead, with a blank point lead. Okay, maybe it is 32 because at the end of the day, even though your birthday doesn't show up on the calendar, then maybe you're still celebrating it. So if it's 32, wow, that's freaking crazy. Should I? Alright guys, I'm gonna pause the game here. I'm probably gonna edit this video that way it's not that long, and let's see what I can do here. Let me look at the calendar. So technically, if you really want to get into it, a person that celebrated just because your birthday's on this, just because your birthday's on a leap year doesn't mean finish the half with a blank point lead. Celebrate how many birthdays? I mean, they've celebrated all of them, which is 32. So with that being said, then, you know, it looks like the challenge is going to be score 32 points, guys. I'm personally going to end the video here. It's most likely going to post on my channel. I'm going to go ahead and caption the video score 32 points. That way you guys know. The reason why I'm going to back out is I want to show you guys once again. I don't think I did it when I initially went into this. But you want to make sure the accelerated clock's turned off. Because if it is 32 points, that's bananas. Like, you're going to have to score 4 touchdowns back to back. And I don't know if that's true or not. I'm going to do a little research. I'm going to end the video. The video is going to post on my channel. I do apologize. Like I said, it's not... I thought I would have got it done by now. It's not like something that seems that difficult. We've tried 6, 7, 8, which isn't it. It wouldn't be 9 because this just doesn't make sense mathematically. And then I wanted to turn off the accelerated clock. So I'm going to stop the video. As always, guys, if you do guys watch this, I'm sorry, I apologize. Just go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to drop the video anyway. Yeah, I'm out.